Are you experiencing hip pain while you go for a walk? I'm Dr. Clayton, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you the one muscle you're overusing and give you an awesome exercise that will get rid of that tight, achy, maybe even sharp pain you're feeling in your hip. This muscle in the diagram is your primary hip flexor. Its main responsibility is to bring that knee forward as you go for a walk. This is the muscle causing your pain. As you can see, it attaches to your entire lower back and to the front of your hip. This red band represents your psoas, that primary hip flexor I just showed you in the diagram. When this muscle gets tight, it not only pulls on your lower back and it tugs here and makes you excessively arch your lower back, but it also pulls the leg bone up into the hip socket. That is what's causing the pain. That leg bone is getting sucked up into the socket, so when you go to bring your knee forward, it doesn't have much space to move. This exercise I'm about to show you is going to teach you how to lengthen that psoas muscle so you don't have an excessive arch in your lower back, and this hip joint isn't being compressed so that when you go to walk, it has enough range of motion to not cause you pain. There are 3 mistakes I cannot have you make while you're doing this exercise. I'm going to start off by showing the easiest progression of the exercise, and then they're going to get harder and harder and harder. If you feel yourself starting to make any of these mistakes, take a step back, regress yourself to the easier exercise, master that, and then progress yourself again. The first mistake, do not let your lower back arch. The second, I do not want you feeling any tightness in the front of your hip. Third, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, let me show you this exercise. You're gonna start by laying on your back. Your knees are gonna be bent. If you have weight, great. If you don't have weight, don't worry about it. You can just use your arms. I'm using 15 pounds. You're gonna reach up towards the ceiling with your knees bent, engage your core. I do not want you to feel an arch in your lower back. Make sure you really squeeze that core nice and tight, hold the weight overhead, and reach back. You're gonna go back and forth 6 to 8 times. Make sure as you reach back that you're not arching your lower back. That's the biggest mistake with this exercise, is people really like to arch their lower back as they start to reach overhead. Now, moving to the second exercise, it's gonna get a little harder. You're gonna keep your hands up towards the ceiling, but now you're gonna lift your legs. This is where people start to feel the tightness in the front of your hips. If you feel that tightness, you can either bring your knees forward or go back to the first exercise and master that exercise. From here, you're gonna drop one leg and reach back with one arm. If you can see it, it mimics walking. That's why I love these exercises. It's teaching you how not to use that psoas as you're walking. Again, no arching, no tightness in the front of the hip, 6 to 8 times. Now, the third and final, the hardest exercise, you're gonna do the same thing, just add weight. Hands up towards the ceiling, bring both legs up, reach back, tap one heel, and go back and forth, 6 to 8 times. You should feel your core really engaging through that entire process. You should feel a good burn. Make sure you do not feel any tightness in the front of your hip. I can't stress that enough. As a recap, you're overusing your psoas, and that's why you're in pain. By doing this exercise, you're teaching your body to disperse the workload throughout your entire core, not having to over-rely on that primary hip flexor. I've made a couple other videos about hip pain. I'll put those down in the description below. If you have any questions for me, please leave a comment. I'd love to help you. Until next time, keep moving and enjoy the rest of your day.